So it looks like OB16, the Shadow Realm update for Realm Royale, is going to be bringing quite a bit with it. Let's talk about this. Hey everybody, what's going on? Brandon here, and here I am again with a second video for the day, which actually might be the first one you're seeing for the day, depending on which order I upload these. But we had the patch notes preview show for the upcoming Realm Royale update OB16, also known as the Shadow Realm update, and with it is coming quite a bit. They're not really anything too huge. It's not a huge patch, but there's quite a bit going into this, and there's quite a bit coming out of it that I think looks really cool. So I'm just going to kind of break it all down and let you guys know a summarized version of it. The very first thing they introduced when talking about this patch was the Shadow Realm bundle that you'll be able to buy off of the marketplace. It comes with these awesome skins. This is a warrior skin, a skin for your mount, and a skin for the chicken. I actually think these are really cool. I do play as a warrior from time to time when I'm not maining my assassin, so this is definitely a bundle I will want to pick up. As soon as it launches, I'm going to be grabbing this thing. I think it looks really cool. I'm really excited about it, and it will probably have me playing as my warrior quite a bit more, just to have that really cool skin to use. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting looking set of skins. They did not say how much it was going to be. If I had to guess, I will say it'll probably be $7.99. It'll come with these skins, plus you get some crowns for your collection as well. The next class-specific skin is this Fire Knight skin. I actually think the skin looks really cool. It reminds me a lot of one of the armors you can forge in Dauntless, one of the later on, like, in-game armors you can forge. It looks really neat. I do think it's pretty cool. I am probably going to end up trying to get my hands on it. I don't know. I may save my crowns for a new assassin skin, since it seems like he's drawing the short straw every time when it comes to skin releases. But for the most part, the rest of the skins they showcased were chicken skins. One was a pastry, one was a Viking. It seemed like we got more chicken skins than we really did anything else in the game this patch. It seems like the developers, they talked a lot about all the chickens for a while on this update show, so quite a few chicken skins, nothing to write home about, but some that are pretty cool. The pastry one is kind of adorable, so I can see a lot of people going out and getting it just because it's not a chicken. The next big thing they're introducing with this patch is a model change and a sound effect change, as well as some changes to the way the Venom pistol works. They've changed the way it looks completely. They've changed the sound that it makes. They've changed the rate of fire. Visually, it looks a lot cooler. It looks finally like a gun that would do the damage you would expect. They've changed the firing animation, so it will take a little bit of getting used to if you're used to using the Venom pistol, because it does feel and look a little bit different, especially when you are not aiming down ADS. You'll notice in the video above, anytime they're firing when they're not in ADS, the spread is horrible, whereas it used to be pretty accurate, and you could, jump and hop around and still hit people without going in ADS. Looks like they finally made it to where you cannot do that. It's going to take some getting used to, because I actually really like the Venom pistol, but aside from the ADS spread nerf, I don't really think they did any other nerfs as far as damage or rate of fire. Even though it may feel like it, I think it's just the change of sound and the way the gun looks will kind of make it feel very different there at the beginning. The next update will also allow you to see the trajectory of the Zeppelin before you actually start going across the map, and where the circle is going to be, so you can actually plan out ahead of time with your team on where you're going to drop. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, this actually was the way it used to be way back early alpha. Way like right after it was Paladin's Battlegrounds and they turned it to Realm Royale. I'm pretty sure that was already a thing at one point in time, and they got rid of it, and now they're bringing it back. I think they were just testing the waters to see how much people would like that, because this is going to change up early on, because I remember it being like this where you could see where the circle was way back in early alpha, and I remember it did change the game quite a bit, because if you knew where people were going to drop if they wanted to drop hot, whereas now it's kind of a guessing game. So I remember this change being in effect way before in the past, and it definitely changed up the beginning of the game. It made it a lot more fast-paced, so I think definitely this is going to be an interesting way to see how people react to it now, as opposed to the way they reacted to it then. And the last things that I'm going to talk about, because this is a summarized version, I'll have the link to the full patch notes down below, but the last things I want to talk about is they have increased the draw time on the longbow, which I'm thanking God about that, because I hate the longbow and it's pretty much dominating everyone at any range because of how quickly they can fire. So they've increased that draw time to where now it is meant to be a long range weapon. It is not meant to be used up close unless you are really, really skilled. So I like that they finally changed that, as well as they are reducing the rune for your cooldown. Your movement ability cooldown, they're reducing it down to reducing it 30%, or from 50% to 30%. So they are going to your cooldown is going to take a little bit longer now if you have that rune than it would have with the patch that we're currently on now. So a lot of people aren't happy about that. They're still mad because they think it's kind of hurting the mobility in the game, and it does. It kind of, I remember when they nerfed it a while back a lot, and it was horrible. So it looks like they're nerfing it again after they fixed it once. It looks like they're nerfing it again. A lot of people aren't really happy, but this only affects the rune. It doesn't affect just the ability all around, like alone without the rune. It just affects the rune. So I don't think it's going to hurt it too bad. We'll just have to wait and see. As soon as the PTS goes live, I'm going to hop on there and see if I notice too much of a difference with it, and I'll let you guys know. But I just figured I'd try to get this done real quick and let you guys know all the changes that are upcoming to the next update of Realm Royale. I would imagine it will go live in 2 weeks. The PTS is going live tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to try to download it and play through it some and let you guys know my thoughts on it more in depth. And until then, now this will be, after this patch, this is the last patch for the current Battle Pass. So by the time OB17 rolls around, that Battle Pass will be ending. So basically, this is the last, we're on the home stretch now. If you have not finished up the Battle Pass yet on this season and you really want to get it done, I'd grind on it now to make sure you have it done in time for the next Battle Pass. But that's all the time I got for this one, guys. If you like this video and you want to see more, please do me a favor and hit that red subscribe button. If you want to know anytime Nathan or I upload videos, please do us a favor and ring that bell icon so YouTube will send you notifications out. And I will see you all next time.